That'll be a no. Hello, we're back. You are listening to the Incredible Sunday Show with our incredible guest Laura Pearman. So me and Glenda, partners in crime here, are and really enjoying this interview. With if you have just tuned into the show, you're listening to Coast on 106.6 FM, and the invite before the break was text, message, get in touch if you want to shout somebody, a big shout out, if you want to hear a tune, if you want to ask Laura a question. 07858 429 316. The question I want to talk to you about now, Laura, I want to shift this a little bit. We've learned a bit about where you come from and your mindset and your approach to learning. I want to talk to you about being brilliant.
Yes.
So, I think you're brilliant.
Oh, I think you're brilliant. I think you're both brilliant.
I think Glenda.
I think everyone listening to the show right now, you're brilliant too.
We are all brilliant in one way or the other. So the reason why we decided to have incredible guests was that we have interviewed lots of people, but we realised that the people we meet and talk to are incredible. Everybody's incredible in one way or another.
Yes, that's true.
Not everybody knows it.
Yes,
and
also true.
And there's lots of people out there in the world who are doing incredible things that make a difference. And if you've not got a platform, to talk about and showcase and shine, or you don't have someone helping you shine, then you can feel small, or you can you can make up stories about yourself, but I'm not. It's usually ... enough, isn't it?
Yes.
And sometimes other people tell us, messages that aren't helpful too. So we just want to shine the light on this idea about being brilliant. And I want to ask you to say a little bit about that, because this is important to you in the work you do.
It's a huge prerequisite for me when I'm about to do personal branding work with someone. So I could easily use my powers for bad, right? But I don't want to do that. I want to work with brilliant people. So I define people's brilliance. It can be in a number of different ways. It doesn't have to be in one specific industry. I particularly love working with women who are brilliant. You don't have to be female. But the idea of brilliance to me is that you've honed your skills in what it is that you do. You might have gone all the way to the top. You might have a PhD in that realm. You might have done 20 plus years in a career. And to me, that's brilliant. You've really honed those skills. But brilliant people have problems too. So it might be that you've hit a glass ceiling at work. It might be that you no longer want to work in that way and you want to strike out on your own, or you can't get promoted, or you need to take a little bit more of the spotlight to make the change that you want to in what it is that you do. All of that is personal branding. Some people sometimes come to me and they say, people keep saying to me, you want to look at that personal brand of yours. And that's all they know. They're like, well, what on earth is a personal brand? What do I do to hone this? What help, That's where I can come in and help people. So it might be, Polly, like you say, they are brilliant and they just need to step in the spotlight. And maybe part of that is photography, or setting up a show, or coming on radio like I am tonight. It could be in a lot of different ways, but figuring out which way, why and how, that's my skill set.
One of the things that I love about the intro we had for you tonight was it was about helping people to find their quirky and celebrate it.
Yes.
And so I think one of the things that you've done, and I think this is what you do, is you help other people celebrate their differences. Yes. It's not about being how to make you like everyone else.
Absolutely
it's actually about the opposite, isn't it? It's about to shine and celebrate who you are, knowing that that's what makes you who you are, and that's really special.
It's about finding the bravery. For some people, they need the permission to do it, but for a lot of brilliant people that I work with, they might be quite esoteric, like in their head, and they might think, but that's just a little bit silly or a little bit frivolous. It's working with them. How can we make your quirkiness strategic to what it is you want to achieve in your life?
Love that.
Yeah, and I think it's about overcoming, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just think because we live in a world of social media now, it's about getting over the fact that not everybody is going to like everything you do.
Yes. And people can get so sucked into the highlight reel. Yeah. What we see on social media is so not real. It's not the full truth. And when you're
backstage, do you?
When you're someone who's maybe thinking, I've got to put myself out there, your fear is that you're surrounded by this perfection of these hundreds, bajillions of followers, and that is not the truth. It might be that you could have 100 bajillion followers on Instagram, but for you and what you want to achieve in your career or your particular goal, that would be a massive waste of time for you. And actually doing something in person is going to move that needle much more.
It is
Totally
amazing.
agree. It is amazing.
I just wanted to mention as well, we were talking actually behind the scenes about your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Can you talk to me more about that? Because like, what is it? Where is it? What will people find when they go on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure. My channel is the Leadership and Personal Branding Show with Laura Pearman. And I have used 1950s British telly as my like visual inspiration for it. So I try and be a little bit like a cheesy chat show host from that era, mixed in with like what I grew up with in the 80s. And I'm a little bit silly, but it's a great way of explaining something that can be perceived as quite dry in a fun, unusual, slightly weird vintage way.
Yes.
So I mean, a lot of people tell me that they love it when I do my case studies, because part of what I do is giving people a spotlight. Sometimes for them, the easiest way of doing that is me like taking them under my wing and putting them on my show and showing them this is how you do it. So a lot of people love to tune in and watch like the transformation story of Polly or Glenda, and this is how we did it, and I break it all down into like a minutia level of detail to show it's not magic, it just takes this much work.
And I'm going to actually just say the cliche, that's incredible.
Thank you.
It is, it's really interesting, isn't it?
It
Do you know,
really is.
as well though, do you find that the things that you can see in other people isn't always what people can see in themselves?
Absolutely.
And
yes.
so, and do you also see that that people will, if you spot that thing and you compliment them, people will often say, "Oh, but that's just
that's just
oh,
frivolous.
that's just,
that's just
or that's
puff,
just, or it's just what I do." Like as though because something might just be your wee sort of superpower or gift, you just underplay it because it's like, but it's easy. But isn't that what it is? The thing you're trying to uncover is a thing that's really easy for someone, but not everybody else has that special thing
ability
about them.
For me, that works both ways though. So I am quite direct in my style. You know this about me, Polly. We've known each other for years. Aidan would probably say when we're at college, I'm a very direct sort of lecturer. So people appreciate that, and I think that gets into that brilliant sort of person again. They don't want to faff about and DIY it. They just want to have it hard and direct. I am absolutely that woman. I do spare people's feelings, but not so much. Like, you come to me and I'll tell you, look, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. You're not selling this amazing thing about you. Why not? Let's do it.
Love it.
Oh, wow.
And so, like this, it's like, but that's what I think that's what development's about. So
Yes.
you know, your suck up squad are the people that'll just say what you want to hear and they'll massage your ego. That sometimes we just need a little bit of that. But I don't want an echo chamber. I just want people that'll with kindness, and if you know that there's kindness
I'm saying this
behind
with love.
it.
Yes.
Like, I really want to help you. I'm just going to say what you need to hear.
I've always had such a resistance to the term coach and coaching. For me, I've worked with a lot of coaches and they do have their place, but there's that way and that method of coaching where it's like, so Polly, what do you think the main problem is this week? And what do you think you should focus on? It's like, look, if I knew what to focus on, just I'd be sitting here. Like, just give it to me hard and
tell
direct.
me the answer. Just tell me the answer. I'm paying you, God damn it.
That's me.
I am
I'm not
that
going to
person.
spare your feelings.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, come on now,
Brilliant.
stop messing about. This is what
I'd
we're
be there,
doing.
pen and paper, going, tell me, Laura, tell me what to
So
do.
you're a real live Jahari's window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes, that's such a
True,
good way of
isn't it?
putting it. I might have to use that in my marketing now.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
People want that because if they want nicey touchy feely, they can go
Yeah,
talk
I'm
to,
not your
go talk
girl,
to your
yeah.
mum or your your best
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
It's fine.
But that's what people need to move on, though, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
developmental
like,
feedback, isn't it? Because you
Uh-huh.
can't move
You
on
can't-
without somebody saying, you know, it's like, tell me what you see
yes.
and do it nicely, and then we'll just shift
Yeah.
the dial. Thank you very much.
Just like all the
Exactly.
message, those lovely messages we got. So Marky Mark, thank you so much for the message, and Pete, thanks for the message.
Thank you for your developmental feedback.
That we had left the mics on.
Yeah, we were just doing it to see if you were concentrating.
Yeah.
Really,
They told it like it was, and we
certainly
really
no, it's
appreciate
good though,
it.
isn't it?
Exactly.
And it was done with kindness and love, wasn't it, Peter
Yeah.
Marky Mark?
But it was.
It was. It's
the
lovely.
thing,
Yeah.
Lovely.
And, and I just think, again, it's like straight talking, isn't it? And it's so important for growth.
Yes, but straight talking in a lovely way. I think
Yeah.
that's something that is so synonymous with the Northeast. So a lot of international clients would be like, Laura, you've just really torn me a new one, but my God, it sounded lovely when you were doing that.
Oh, but, like,
There's
just keep
definitely
telling
the
me.
reason why we have all the call centers in this part
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah.
We can give you maybe something that's not amazing, but we do it in a nice sounding way.
If there's anybody listening tonight and they're sort of like, oh, you know, they're like lurking on the edge of like,
yes.
I want to be brilliant, and I've been given feedback, and I know I need to sort of think a bit more about, you know, I'm at a glass ceiling or I've hit a roadblock, and you know, I just need to move things forward. What would be your advice?
I would definitely say, you know, I'm not a big scary influencer type on social media. Just connect with me. I'm Laura P Creative everywhere. So if you wanted to just come and keep lurking and then, you know, give me a little like and we'll build it to a conversation, then that's fine. You might want to go and binge all of my content. You can go to my YouTube channel, which we've already given a plug. So
I
that's
love
the...
your YouTube, like genuinely
Oh,
love it. I'm not
thanks,
plugging
Polly.
for you. I love it. I love how it looks. I love how it sounds. I love the big Laura Pearman big
Yes,
kiss.
yes. I get into full like vintage drag when I do the show
Gorgeous.
as well.
It's
Quite-
really
yeah,
gorgeous.
glam effect
Do you know what I'm going
goes
to do
in.
when I get in tonight?
I know. I know. Let's binge.
I'm going to binge.
I'm getting some chocolate. I'm getting loads of snacks.
Let's do it.
It's
It might
lovely.
be, the point is though, it might be that I could help you answer the main problem that you've got now.
Yes.
I would much rather you do that with me for free, and
Yeah.
then when you get to the next stage or the next stage,
Yeah.
I'm the woman you come to.
I know that I've sat with you before because our connection is through business and, you know,
Yeah.
entrepreneurial, you know, development, being with other people. And the number of times I've sat with you just for a catch up or a coffee,
Uh-huh.
and by the end of it, I've got a page full of amazing ideas of things I just
Aw.
couldn't see that were just like,
The
wow,
wood
these,
for the trees.
uh-huh.
I
And,
know
and
what
these
my
things
memory...
come back to me still.
Oh,
I still go
Polly.
back and think that was so incredible, and
Thank
some of
you.
the things I was like, I wasn't ready for it, but now I'm now ready to take those steps, and I've held that info.
My
close to
memory
my
of
heart.
Polly, let me tell you this, Glenda. We were at a breakfast networking event. If you've never been to a breakfast networking
I
event,
have, yeah.
they sometimes take quite a lot of energy to get, especially in the winter. Oof.
Yeah.
We were at this breakfast networking event. I didn't know Polly from Adam, and I was sitting, and you get up and you do your 60 seconds, and I hadn't even turned around. I was probably too busy trying to eat breakfast, and this lovely Scottish voice in the back of the room stood up, and you had prepared, I don't know if you can remember this full on energetic rap,
But
and I was like, who on earth
I know.
is she? And I like whipped around in my chair, and Polly was doing like a full 60-second rap. I was like, I need to know
I
her.
know.
She is amazing.
My kids made me do it. I was
Did
like,
they?
what am I going to do? I've got to speak. And they were like, duh,
Do a rap.
rap it. And I was like, okay, let's
Well,
do this.
I have left a rap on an answer machine back in the day when you had answer machines.
Yes.
Instead of just leaving an ordinary
I love
message, I actually left a rap with me and my daughter. Made a rap, and that was what they got.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's such a great way to
Brilliant.
pitch yourself, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
but hey, do you think we need one for our show?
maybe.
I
Maybe
think
we'll
there's
just
something-
hit on
Hang on,
something.
we just hit on
It's,
something.
is
Or we get
this
carried
is
away.
this smashy and nicey?
So tell us the name of your YouTube channel again. I know I've asked you already. Just say it again because I want to remember.
It's the leadership and personal branding. Leadership and personal branding with Laura Pearman. If
Laura
you
Pearman.
put Laura Pearman into YouTube, my name is like the fruit with a man on the end. I say
Yeah.
that like 70 times a day. You'll probably see my
Fruit
brand
Man.
will pop up. Yeah, Fruit Man.
Great stuff. And we're gonna talk to you again. We're gonna have
Okay,
a few
great.
chats and talk to you again. I want to find out more fun stuff
Yeah,
about you.
let's do
That's
it.
Okay. So we're gonna come back with the specials. A message to
on.
you, Rudy. The body snatchers. Let's do rock steady, and then the selector on
Yeah.
my radio.
Brilliant.
And if anybody's out there, any of you ladies who want to be in a ska band, let me know.
Yeah, I want
Because
to talk.
We've got
Laura
we've got a
Pearman is here, and
we've
she's
got a
looking for a gal.
saxophonist waiting and ready to go.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Such a good
Right,
song.
we've got
That's
requests. There's requests coming through
Right,
on the phone.
lovely, lovely.